Hey there, CryptoDad here again. And tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about when is the best time to move your ERC20 tokens. So thank you for joining me live, and let's get started. Hey guys, welcome. This is a little bit of an experiment. I decided to try to do one of these kind of on-the-fly live streams. It's not an event. It's just kind of a, you just click go live and spew it out there. Hey, OpenViz, it's good to see you. Open Visions, nice. Ryan, hey, how's it going? So I was responding to one of my viewers earlier about moving some ERC20 tokens, and I noticed something a little interesting that I had never realized before. I sort of looked it over and then had to explain it to her, and was like, hey, this is kind of an interesting situation, so I thought I'd talk about it a little bit tonight. Hey John, good to see you. Paul, it's good to see you too. So let me just kind of dive in. If you guys want to throw out any questions, that's fine too. Let me get my Brave browser pulled up here. Oh, like I said, this is kind of an experiment with kind of an on-the-fly live stream. So we'll see how that goes. I just had to move my chat window out a little bit. Okay, and I'm probably going to have to go back into my ledger and enter my PIN. So forgive me for that. It's always a bit of a time-consuming task. Not too bad. I always edit this part out of my videos. It's like the old guy trying to enter 9 digits or 8 digits or however many digits it is. Okay, here we go. All right. We're down to the last digit. Okay. All right. So let's say that we want to move some ERC20 tokens. I'm just going to go out and back in. So if you're familiar with My Ether Wallet, you can use My Ether Wallet to connect to the Ethereum stored on your ledger. And the way that you do that is you go into the Ethereum app and you make sure that your browser support is set to yes. All right, and when you go to send Ether and tokens, you'll choose Ledger, and if you've got this guy connected and everything's the settings are right, you'll just click the default and open up your wallet. All right, so if you have any ERC20 tokens associated with this Ethereum address, they'll show up down here, and as you can see, I've got 77 BAT tokens. Now, the markets are down right now, and so it's probably a good time to maybe buy some ERC20 tokens that you maybe had your eye on, right? But is it really the best time to transfer them from the exchange to your wallet? So in this case here, I've got a 77 BAT, and let's say I would like to send them to my Bittrex. Actually, let's hope that they support BAT. Yes, they do. All right. So let's say I want to send those to a currency, a cryptocurrency exchange. In the case of, hey, I want to sell, right? Even though this is not the good time to sell. You want to sell when the price is high, right? All right. So let's say I want to make a deposit. All right. I can generate a new address, and of course it's going to generate an Ethereum address for me, right? ERC20 tokens always use the Ethereum network when they transfer back and forth. And I'll go back to my Ether wallet here, and that's my destination. This is just a demo. I'm not going to actually transfer. And I want to send some BAT, so you've got this great pull down here, right? I'm going to go down to BAT. And let's just say I want to send the entire balance, just as a test. Now we're going to have to consider the fact that we might need to up the gas limit a bit. And in this case, I've got my GUI all the way high. So I'm a little kind of a fly by the seat of my pants guy. I overdo it usually. All right. So if I want to send this out and I click generate transaction and I confirm on the device like this, right? And then choose send transaction, you'll notice here that it's going to send, it doesn't actually say it here, but after I send it, it will. It'll say, okay, you want to send 77, oh, it's at the top, pardon me, 77 BAT. Now I have 77 BAT and I'm going to send 77 BAT. How am I going to pay for that? I'm going to pay for it in ETH. You'll notice it's going to charge me in ETH. All right, so I don't have to give up any of my 77 BAT to send this, to send the 77 BAT, right? Because I have available ETH. I'm not going to do it, right? The ETH is over here, and I've got some available ETH, and that is how I'll pay for that. So, do I really want to do that? Well, maybe I would, maybe I won't, based on the price of Ethereum. You know, Ethereum is down, so I'm basically spending my available Ethereum while the price is a bit low. It might make more sense economically when the price of Ethereum is high. I'm just spending a smaller amount. But let's take that same scenario if I want to send some ERC20 token from the exchange to my wallet. All right, so this is my address. That's all I need to know. And I'm going to go back over here to my Bittrex, and I'm going to send, I forgot the name of it. Let's see here. Oh, let's just get rid of that. HMQ, all right, Humanique. All right, that's an ERC20 token, and I've got 184. All right, and so let's say I want to send that. Look how much it's charging me. It's charging me 16 HMQ. And the reason that it's doing that is because it's not really authorized to use up any of my ETH, right? I don't think I have any ETH there. But even if I did have some ETH, I don't believe that they can just go automatically charge you ETH from your ETH wallet. So what they're doing is they are subtracting that amount from my Humanique. And let's take a look at this comedy, right? Here's the price of Humanique right now. 5 cents, all right? My total Humanique is worth 184, which means that it's worth $10 right now. Now, let's take a look at the 16. How much is the 16 worth? That's 87 cents. That's almost 10% of my total holdings of my Humanique. I really don't want to send my Humanique when the price is this low. I'm much better off just leaving it on the exchange until the price goes up. Not quite as secure, but economically a much better choice. So what if Humanique was $1? Then it would probably only charge me one of my Humanique to send that 184. So I would send 183 instead of what I end up sending, which is 164. So I'm wasting that 16 Humanique, which might be worth a lot more down the road, by doing the transfer from my Bittrex account at this moment in time. Now, I may be dumb. I'm going to read some of your comments, but maybe if I have Ethereum in one of my wallets on Bittrex, they'll use that Ether to pay my gas. But I don't think so. So let me look at your comments and see what's going on. Alexa skills video. That's funny because we have Alexas in our house all over that. We've got 3. So I've often thought that maybe I'll do a video on setting up Alexa and getting everything going. So thanks for that, Open Visions. I want to get a little mobile. I'm looking for a nice camera so that rather than my phone. The phone is not bad. You know, I got an iPhone X. So it's a pretty decent camera, but I prefer to have a little nicer camera if I go mobile. Scott Lee's here. Nice to see you. That is so sad. Alexa, play Dispatch. Okay, so Ryan, as we talked, we were talking about moving HMQ, and because the price is so low, we're going to have to sacrifice a big chunk of my holdings, almost 10% of my holdings, just to send my max, right? I'm losing 16 because 16 is about enough for the gas in this case. So Bittrex is sort of using the Ethereum network under the hood. It's not really telling me how it's doing it, but it's going to extract that toll from me. It needs about $1 worth of my Humanique in order to do that. And at this point, my Humanique, the price of my Humanique is so low that it wouldn't make sense for me to do it. Jesse, I have to scroll token, which is an ERC20. Can I move it over my ledger, even though scroll is not an option in MEW, but it is an ERC20 token? If it's an ERC20 token, it's natively supported by MEW. Okay, Jesse, towards the bottom, show all tokens. Let's see. Okay, so we're talking about how to access the tokens in my Ether wallet. So the scroll is the token, right? So let's go over here and see if it's listed. There it is. Okay. All right, so it exists. That's good. Okay, now what we need is to see if it's supported. SCRL. So let's go over here to show all tokens, and let's scroll down to see. It's giving me a hard time right now, as usual. Okay, so we'll go down to SCRL. All right. Oh, there it went. All right. All right. I think that okay, here. I don't know what's going on. Maybe because I'm recording the video, it's kind of giving me a hard time here. I'll just use this. Okay. Oh, it's going nuts. All right. I'm pissing it off. Okay. SCL. All right. SCRL is not here. So what are we going to do? Let's go over to etherscan.io and let's try SCRL. Okay, there it is right there. Scroll. All right, so that is the token that we're interested in. So what we're going to have to do to send scroll, I'm assuming you have it, right? Yes, he can move it to his ledger. All you have to do to move it to your ledger is use the Ethereum address of your ledger. So in my case, the Ethereum address of my ledger is this one right here at the top, right? That's the Ethereum address, and that would be your sending address if you decided you wanted to send some of your scroll from wherever you have it. I'm assuming it's some cryptocurrency exchange. But let's say you just want to see it on my Ether wallet. So let's go back up here. I don't know why this scroll bar is giving me so much of a hassle today. Anyway, it's not letting me drag the scroll up and down for some reason. All right, let's go add custom token. Right? And here we are. We need the contract address right here. Copy that. Let's go back over here to my Ether wallet. Let's paste in that contract address. Right? And the decimals is, we'll go back over here. It's pretty much the default 18. Right? So we'll go back over here. Let's put in 18. Right? And then the name of the token is SCRL. Right? SCRL. All right, and so that's it. That's kind of weird. I don't know why it. All right. I'm gonna make sure that none of the No leading spaces here. Looks okay to me. Is that the contract address? Let's double check that. It ends in 293. 293. Okay, starts in 024. Okay, so it looks like we got it. All right, so we'll hit save. And boom, there we go. Now we've got SCRL with a 0 balance on the ledger. Now, if you were to send it from the exchange to the Ethereum address, you probably wouldn't see it until you added that custom token to your myetherwallet.com. So that's the key right there. Add custom token, and the information that you need is on etherscan.io. Right? You search for your token, and this is all the information about that particular token. What does it say? Was that it? I thought it was it. Right. Oh, there it is. Scroll. Right? That's the trick. Right. So that's it. Okay. Hi from Australia. Are you aware of any sites that show all the swap concerning mainnets? It seems to be so confusing about where to hold or have your tokens. Unfortunately, there is no overall overriding instruction sheet that comes with dealing with cryptocurrency. And that's one of the reasons I started my channel, is because there were no instructions, right? I would have to find pieces of information from one place to another and put it all together to get to whatever task I was trying to accomplish. And then after I learned quite a bit and had some of this knowledge under my belt, I started thinking to myself, why not make some videos? Why not make the video I wish I could have watched, right? Beginning to end, step by step, and most of all, give me an example. I want to see it happening. I can't stand it when they just give me an overview of how to do something without showing me step by step so that I can actually watch it happen. Hi from, okay. Alec, have you ever been scammed with crypto? If yes, what did you do wrong? Just curious. Well, I can tell you one thing I did wrong. And when I first started my channel, I used to do a lot of walkthroughs. And I did a walkthrough, and I don't think I have the wallet active anymore. But I believe that I explained how to set up the Electrum. That's it. I think I have a copy of Electrum. Yeah. I explained how to set up the Electrum wallet, right? And I walked everybody through it. And at the time, I was using... all right. Let's see if I can... Oh, yeah, I got rid of it. So anyway, I set up a wallet, and I exposed the seed key. As I was walking everyone through how to set up the wallet, I exposed the seed key. And I knew that if anyone saw that seed key, that they would be able to access the wallet, right? They could reinstall Electrum on their computer and use the seed to restore and then gain control of that wallet address. But I figured, well, it's just an empty wallet. I'm never going to use it, whatever. And then a month or two later, I did a different video where I was showing how to transfer crypto, and I transferred $50 worth of Bitcoin into that particular wallet. I forgot that that was the wallet that the key had been exposed. So it only took a couple of minutes for me to witness my $50 worth of Bitcoin suddenly disappear. It suddenly just got transferred out. And I thought, how in the heck did that happen? And what it was whoever saw that private key and gained control of the wallet set up some kind of bot that waited for a balance to come in. And as soon as the balance came into the wallet, their bot was alerted, and they simply transferred it to a different Bitcoin address. And I lost my $50 worth of Bitcoin. Things happen. It was accidental, of course. I've also been scammed by a Bitcoin blender. I was trying to use a Bitcoin blender, and I had used one before, and it was fine. But I went back and tried to use the exact same blender, and I ended up on a scam site. It looked exactly like the old Bitcoin blender. The page looked identical, but as soon as I sent some Bitcoin for blending, it disappeared and never came back. You know, I sat there and waited. Bitcoin blenders will generally wash your Bitcoins and send them back to you, the reputable ones, and they take a little percentage for doing the cleaning. But in this case, it was a scam site, and I sent my Bitcoin to an address, and they just kept it. Yeah, you know, things happen. Yeah. And I don't think I've ever lost a password or a seed key. But I think I've dealt with people that have done that, where they're going, help, I can't remember my password. And then I'll say, well, that's no problem, just restore from seed. And they'll say, oh, I wrote it down, I don't know where it is. And then boom. And we're talking, one guy I spoke with had lost a couple of grand uh, because of that. Yeah, fake ICO, that kind can happen too. Uh, where would I store my EOS airdrops other than the exchange? You know, I've been struggling with EOS for quite a while, and I'll give you a. Let me see if I can find it here. Here, let's open another tab so I don't lose that. Whoops. What the heck's going on here? Huh. Okay. Okay, here we go. So here is an EOS wallet that I've heard is good. So you might try it out, but the only trouble I had with it was it had some sort of weird thing where it was like, well, if you want to open a wallet, then you have to register on the EOS network, and if you're not registered on the EOS network, you have to like find somebody that already is and get them to invite you, or some weird catch-22 thing. And then I found a link to a wallet, an EOS wallet, that was actually allowing you to register for free, and I was going to do a video on it, but somehow I lost it. And I've never been able to, I've Googled it, and I've never been able to figure out what the name of that wallet was. So I'm still struggling with EOS. I have some EOS on an exchange, and it's probably going to stay there until the price goes up and I'll sell it. Yeah. Better scam with 50 to 5,000, yes, that's for sure. And another thing about that, if you've got $5,000 worth of any cryptocurrency and you're moving it from point A to point B, for God's sake, always try a little piece of it first before you send the balance. Just make sure you got the address right, that everything's connected, and just send 10 or $100 worth, and then once that arrives and everything's working okay, then send the bulk. You're going to lose a little bit in fees, but you're going to gain a lot in peace of mind. I've spoken with a lot of people that have, they've sent huge chunks of cryptocurrency, and it never got there. And we don't know. Did they send it to the wrong address? Was it a scam? When you send large chunks without first testing, you don't know. I had a guy that I guess he sent some Bitcoin to some place that was gonna set up a mining account for him, and it never got there. So we don't know, did he send to the wrong address, or was it a scam? We don't know, because he didn't try a $10 test before he sent the bulk. What does a guy need to receive his NPX monthly drop having Binance? Will it just appear in the funds there? NPXS. I don't know if it's a good idea to have airdrops go to an address on an exchange. Let's see if we can get it. You're better off probably trying to set up a wallet that can receive that. What is this? Okay. I don't know. Is this an ERC20 token? Okay. Now, if it's an ERC20 token, you're probably better off just using the Ethereum address of your Ledger Nano or whatever other Ethereum. You can use My Ether Wallet without a ledger too. You got a lot of options. So, you know, like you can use address, MetaMask, Ledger, Treasure, Digital Bitbox, a key store file, a private key. There's lots of ways to set up an Ethereum wallet using My Ether Wallet. I would probably send your airdrops there as opposed to an exchange. But if they tell you that your airdrops are going to that address on the exchange, perhaps you just need to wait for them to appear. NPX, monthly drop. Yeah. I got all excited about airdrops and thought, what a great idea. But it is a lot of, I don't know, it's not a lot of work, really, if you just, like, buckle up and just do it. But most of the airdrops expect you to promote them in one form or another, which means you've got to go and, post a link to their airdrop in a comments section or in your Telegram account or on your Facebook page or your Twitter. And, other people, when they look at your Twitter feed and they see all you're doing is spamming out airdrops, I don't know. Other people, and the same with Bitcoin faucets. Back in 2016, I was like all excited about Bitcoin faucets, and I went and signed up for those. It's turned out to be more work to just maintain them and check them, and because you had to actively check the website periodically in order to get the faucet. You couldn't just set it up and forget about it. Hey, George K. Antonio, a little late for the party. That's okay. I didn't announce this. I just figured I'd throw it out there. Got my Ledger Nano addresses mixed up and sent 3 Litecoin to a BTC address just the other day for the first time. I felt like a dope, but it was, yes. That can happen. Although I think that as cryptocurrency evolves a bit, certain wallets won't allow you to send to invalid addresses. Like this particular wallet, My Ether Wallet, if you try to send tokens to a non-Ethereum type address, it'll tell you, that's an invalid address. But other wallets will just allow you to send it out. So you have to be pretty diligent, yeah. And a lot of the exchanges will warn you, please don't send. Make sure you're sending, let's see, like, for example, I don't know, I think it's LTC. Right? Let's say I want to, I think let's withdraw. Yeah, here it is. Do not, please verify your withdrawal address. We cannot refund an incorrect withdrawal. Do not withdraw directly to a crowdfund or ICO. That kind of thing. And then I think if you, depositing tokens to this address other than LTC will result in your funds being lost. So there's some warnings out there, but we've all made mistakes. I think I talked earlier about some of the mistakes I made and lost some crypto. So it happens, right? Things happen. In fact, I think I've exposed the private key during making my video more than once, right? I think I've had a couple, and it's pretty heartbreaking to just watch, the balance. You'll see the balance, you're looking at your wallet, and then all of a sudden you see, hey, wait, there's another transaction of it all going out. It's like, what? But it happens. And usually, in my videos, I'm just demonstrating, $25, $50 at a time, so. Yeah, like you know, it's funny. George is asking me to lend him 10K. I had another. I bought some Cardano when the market went down the other day, and someone on the live stream on Friday said he bought 30,000 Cardano, and I calculated how much he spent, and it was about, you know, $3,300. And I thought to myself, man, I wish I had 3 grand I could have used to buy up some crypto when it's low. So yeah, it's. I try not to worry about money I don't have, right? Just worry about the money you do have, and if you can afford to spend a little on your crypto, then more power to you. My strategy is long term hold. I know a lot of other people that tell me, oh, you could make much more money doing trading, watching the markets, following the patterns, buying and selling, you know, on the dips. But I'm just a long-term holder. I believe in crypto, and I buy what I can when I can. And I try not to get too upset when over lost opportunities, right? I don't know how low Bitcoin is going to go. I wish. Ah, that's interesting, John. Some scammers will show you the private keys to ERC20 tokens with no gas. Stupid people will send gas to the contract, which in turn takes said gas and sends it to an external. That's a cute scam, you know. Like, oh, here I happen to drop my private key and there's 5,000 BAT in there with no Ethereum, right? So they go and they try to transfer the BAT out and they can't because there's no gas. So they throw some Ethereum in there and it's gone. That you know, if you've got a bot watching the address, then you can just scam that 2, 3, 4, $5 worth of ETH, you know, out of 120 people that do that. That's a long con, I guess you would say, right? Super sneaky. Twitter. Well, then there's all those Twitter scams where they tell you, send me 30 ETH and I'll send you back 3,000 ETH. I mean, if it seems too good to be true, it probably isn't. Day trading is a hassle, I believe you. Ah, should I blow some Bitcoin for ADA or hold the BTC? Now, keep in mind that I'm not a financial advisor, but you know, take what I have to say with a grain of salt. But if you buy your ADA, will because ADA is so cheap right now. If ADA is 11 cents right now, and you use $100 worth of ADA, you're gonna multiply your $100 by quite a bit if ADA goes up to $1 or even $2 down the road. But your Bitcoin that you have, that $100 worth of Bitcoin, if Bitcoin is 5, you might get 3 or 4 times that. But with the ADA, you could go 50 times, based on just the numbers of the ADA being at a lower price right now. But you could convert your Bitcoin into ADA, and then ADA goes, you know, Charles Hoskinson throws up his hands and says, you know what, this whole ADA thing is just not going to work, and they die, right? And Bitcoin goes on to bigger and better things. You never know what's going to happen. But just based on the math, buying the cheaper coin is going to give you a potential to multiply your rewards if the price goes up. Yeah, I think ADA is a great coin. If those of you who aren't aware, ADA is not some sort of flash in the pan ERC20 token. ADA is it is number 8 right now as far as market cap, but it's been higher. But it's a great company founded by one of the founders of Ethereum. And their aim is to build a bigger, better Ethereum. And they're a bunch of eggheads, right? And they, you know, they take their time and they do the use the scientific method and all that stuff, and it's been around for a while. So yeah, I'm a big believer in ADA as a company. Whether the price is going to go up, I don't know, but I do own some ADA, and I hope it does go up. Yeah, roll the dice, George. Why not? Or, you know, go to Coinbase and buy yourself $100 worth of Bitcoin and throw it over to your exchange and use it to buy ADA. You know, then it's just like $100 out of your pocket, and you still got that Bitcoin safe and sound. I try not to use my crypto to buy other crypto if I can avoid it. If I have a mind to buy some crypto, I usually spend the dollars, you know, buy the crypto that day, and then buy the alternate currency the same day. So I'm not losing or gaining anything. I try to hang on to my crypto as much as I can. Yeah. But if you never sell your coins, you haven't lost anything. So who knows? Maybe your mistaken coins will be good coins. You want to come over here? Oh. Look, he's got his hair cut, ready for kindergarten.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. Oh. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh, look at your balloon.
Yeah.
Look what happened.
Whoa. I don't. Whoa.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
You want to say hello?
You
have to get over here.
Recently, I drew something.
What did you move?
I drew.
Oh, you drew something. Ah, okay.
I have to get it.
Oh, okay. Can you tell them how much cryptocurrency you're holding right now?
1 Litecoin.
Hey, that's not bad. Yeah? You want to show them your drawing?
Yeah.
So I gave Christabel a paper wallet that holds 1 Litecoin. Of course, at the time I gave it to her, Litecoin was $200, and now it's like 72, whatever. But she likes it, and you know, she'll hang on to it, and maybe someday it'll be worth quite a bit.
Okay.
Show them your picture. Ah, that's very good. All right. He's too cool for school. Yeah, I think like it's a good time to get in on a lot of cryptos right now. Who knows if it's going to go lower, but I'm assuming that at some point in the future they'll all be higher. So yes, there might be a better time if the crypto market keeps going down, but that's not a guarantee. So today you got low prices, everything's on sale, so it's up to you. You know, if you got the money, please don't spend money you can't afford to lose. That's my biggest thing. Don't mortgage your house, don't go out and get a loan, don't use your credit card to buy crypto. I wouldn't do any of that. I always use my ATM card because that's money going out that I have that is gone. I'm never going to like use money that I don't have to buy crypto. That's just me. Yes, 20 years. Who knows? Okay, guys, I just wanted to do a quick and dirty live stream and talk about Ethereum, or I'm sorry, the ERC20 token situation. Just as a recap, we decided that it's not a great time to withdraw ERC20 tokens from an exchange because Bittrex does not pull the gas price from your Ethereum wallet. They charge you right out of the account. So if I were to try to withdraw this Humanic, it's going to charge me 16, which is worth about 87 cents. But that's what Bittrex needs to pay the gas. So if I were to transfer it myself from my wallet, I could spend a little bit of gas, I don't mind, then I get all my tokens. But if I try to withdraw tokens from an exchange, they're going to charge me whatever the tokens can pay out for the gas. And in this case, we're looking at almost 10% of the total holdings, which would be dumb. Why would I want to sacrifice 10% of my holdings just to make this transfer? Something I just thought I'd point out. So once again, thanks for joining me, guys. Sorry we degenerated into kids in kindergarten in the end, but it's all part of the being the crypto dad, right? So I'll see you guys next Friday. Don't forget, I have my live stream every Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Join me for the live Q&A in LA. I look forward to seeing you there. Throw out any questions that you may have. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. Don't forget, when you subscribe, there's a little bell there that allows you to be notified whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me, and hope to see you again soon.